Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Daggerfall Unity. We are now on our 50th episode. We're having a special 50th episode today. I don't know if it'll be special in the sense that we're really doing anything different, but I do have some announcements, a new mod to show, so there are some fun things I've decided to do in honor of making it to our 50th episode. It's been really fun so far, and honestly, I never expected to have even the small following on this that I actually do. So I really appreciate everyone's continued support, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. I think we'll probably make it to 100. I'm not sure how long we'll spend on this character, but 100 is viable. It depends how long the episodes end up being, I think. But I guess we'll have to wait and see with regards to that. Who knows how long it could take. So like I said, because this is the 50th episode, I'm hoping to make it supersized, really long. I got some announcements to make. I got some planned things to do on the channel, and I've got a new mod to talk about. And of course, we want to continue and return this quest and then do the quest that we just recently got. Where is it? Right here. To go to the Copperham residence and go do a dangerous task. Now, before we do any of that, I think it may be advisable to go and sell all of our items that we've received from the dungeon, because I believe we have a ton of stuff in our wagon. Yeah, we do have a lot in our wagon. We have a full inventory here, and it would make sense to go sell our goods at a armor shop. So I'm trying to remember which one we found. I'm sure we've been to the best one to sell things at here before. I think they were all just of like a generally medium level quality, so there's no particular shop that stood out where we could sell our goods at for a really good price. But I figured we'd do that first, and then the second thing that we could do is play with the new mod I got, which is an outfit manager. So this was actually recommended by someone in the comments, so shout out to whoever recommended that to me. But the reason I thought it would be useful is because we're now in a position where we are often taking off and putting on large chunks of armor at a time, for instance, enchanted armor versus, just our armor for going around the towns, for instance, the armor that enhances charisma, things like that. So I actually don't know how to use the outfit manager yet, but we'll play with that in a second. The first thing is we're just going to want to sell everything, pretty much, that we're not using here. I think this was the stuff that... I'm not sure. I think I remember thinking that we should keep some stuff to sell in once we get back to Daggerfall, since some of this stuff is quite valuable, and obviously this isn't the very best shop to sell it at. So I think we'll just sell all of our leather stuff, and then we'll ditch everything else into the wagon. And when I say all of our leather, what I actually meant was everything that's not like dwarven or better, like all this stuff. Then what's in our actual inventory here, like all this leather. We can throw like the worthwhile stuff. We'll sort through all the really good stuff once we actually get back to Daggerfall and we want to do some enchanting. For now, I think that's everything. And we'll sell all of this. Okay, that's one set of things. I don't know why I'm checking the shelves here. I don't think there'll be anything that much of interest to us. I mean, we want Daedric gauntlets, but other than that, we have almost everything in Daedric now. So let's see what else we need to sell here. I know we'll have ingredients, of course. Are there any books or things of that nature? Yeah, there's books we have to sell. Books and ingredients, I guess. And also we can go to the pawn shop and sell just general things that we may have lying around. Let's see. Okay, this guy doesn't know where they are. Do you know, is there a bookstore in this town? It does not look like there's a bookstore, so perhaps we'll just wait till we get back to Daggerfall to sell our books. Let's see. Pawn shop. Okay, we got it marked on our map. Nice. Where is it? The essential vintage U supplies. So essential physics is the alchemy shop. So we're going to sell our ingredients there, and then we'll go to essential use to supply the pawn shop to sell other things. Okay, let's see. So we'll just sell all of our ingredients. Okay. And now we'll head down to the pawn shop and see if it's worth it to sell anything there. Then after that, let's try and play with our outfit manager and see if we can assign some outfits and see how it works. The idea of the outfit manager, by the way, I didn't explain this, I guess. I think maybe I'm not sure the extent to which I explained this already, but basically it's intended so with just one click you can change what you're wearing very easily. So you can have different outfits and switch between them without having to, take off everything one at a time. So let's see. Which I think will be very useful to us. We can sell weapons and stuff, but I don't want to sell weapons. Do I need these tall boots? Do we even know what these do? Oh, I guess I can wait and identify them. What quality store was this again? Let's see. I can sell things here, it's fine. So, wagon. I don't want any of this stuff, really. Okay. So now what we want to do is just go into our inventory, go into our wagon. I definitely don't want this wand. Too bad I couldn't sell that in the pawn shop. I'm just going to throw everything that we don't need on our hands, like all this stuff, into our wagon. We should probably go to a bank, which is all the way up north, and then put our money into a letter of credit so we have more inventory space, as we like to do. And then after that, we can actually play with this outfit manager and see if we can get it to work. I assume it should be easy enough to actually load and save outfits, but I didn't really read the description, I just sort of downloaded it, so. Sprint a little bit here, living on the edge. And where is the bank? It's still up north more. This is the local Fighters Guild chapter, I assume. And by the way, if there are any edits in this video that you notice, just like inconsistencies, cuts, I am recording this video since I'm going to make it supersized. I'm not recording it all at once, so you may notice cuts just for that reason. Is the bank already closed? All right, fine. Well, I guess we'll just go to that residence to start that quest. Let's see. The Copperham residence, south. Before we actually go to the Copperham residence, as we're on our way there, I just want to try out this outfit manager. So if you look in the top left, you'll see something that says bundle outfit. It's actually, my recording software has a little indicator telling me whether I'm recording up here in the top left, so it's hard to see, but I guess whatever we're wearing now will be bundled into an outfit. So this what we have on here is our combat stuff, right? This is like combat. So I guess we could bundle this. You pull out your bundling kit, blank label, and assemble your outfit. So this is combat clothing. Okay, nice. And then let's actually put on the stuff we want to wear while we're in the town. So for instance, this, which enhances our charisma. And then we don't need our... Well, I guess we want our strength necklace in case we need to hold a lot of stuff. And our ring of endurance I don't think we need, so we'll get rid of that. Obviously don't need this, our blazing mark. I mean, it's fine to keep on our other armor, because like there's no reason really not to have it on. So I guess we can bundle this into selling items. And then the very last one we'll want to make is just for when we're resting, because we don't want to have anything enchanted on at all while we're resting. So this is the main thing I often change around when I'm trying to rest, is what we actually have worn. Now this can stay on. I don't think anything here is enchanted. I'll just check real quick to make sure. Oh, I mean, I do have these things on. These things under me here. The Vesta Magica and the Rat. I guess I can remove these. I don't think... look at my buff chest right there. I don't think that they actually degrade, because I don't think they have enchantments. I don't think absorb spells actually degrades as far as I know. Oh, actually this condition worn, so maybe this actually will degrade eventually. So I guess we should take all that off. And then, let's see, bundle this as before resting. And let's see if it actually works to load our outfits quickly. So if you want to load back our combat clothing, that is really nice. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much for whoever wrote that again. That is just really helpful. It's going to save us a ton of time. I should have had that mod from the start of the playthrough. Although it's only becoming more relevant now that I have enchantments. Before I didn't really care so much, which is probably why I didn't actually download it. But it does become quite useful once you have things to enchant, and you don't want to degrade them. Okay, that's mean. The Copperham residence is where we're meant to go, right? Let's just make sure. Yep. Okay. Copperham residence. Okay, you don't have a clue either. Please help me out. Okay. Northwest. Okay, so let's back up this direction. Must be around here nearby. Okay, now it's just west. Oh, we just talked to this person and they were not very helpful. Okay, no one seems to know. Holy crud. Someone give me some useful info here. Christ. Do you know? Okay, finally. It's gonna be the... Yep, I had a feeling it would be one of these tiny buildings right here. Okay, so this is the one here. Before we go in here, I guess we should save the game. Okay, let's head in. I don't know if this is the person we're meant to talk to or this person. Know me for who I really am. I am your mortal enemy, Bedore Ashford. I have a special fate in store for you. Okay. Nice. Well, I mean, what can I say? That hurt a lot, man. I almost didn't make it there. Why do I not have, what's going on here? Why is my, like, endurance not maxed out right now? I have my enchanted stuff on. Like, why? I wonder, oh wow. Do my enchantments not reset without me manually putting things back in? Because that really is annoying if that's the case. That really sucks. I mean, because that sort of takes away from the outfit manager, the whole point of the outfit manager, doesn't it? Like, let's for instance load. So if we load before resting, right? Our enchantments are still... I guess it doesn't have... Wait, our enchantments are still on. That's so strange. So, like, the enchantments are still there. And if we load combat clothing, the enchantments are still there. Okay, that is weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to investigate or ask on the forums about that. But anyways, was that the end of the quest? I mean, was anything else going on? I mean, can we ask about that person who just attacked us? Let's see, people. Bedore Ashford. Yeah, well, I found him and I killed him. I mean, that was that. So let's head out, I suppose. Did they go somewhere new, or would they still be in the Copperham residence? And we could actually go back and talk to the person who gave us this quest and see if they have any more info for us. Yeah, okay, so apparently they're in the Copperham residence. So where did we get this quest from? Okay, supposedly we got it from Bedore Wixley, but I forgot where where we found them. Were they in an inn? I think they were in an inn, right? Let's see, people. Bedore Wixley. The Laughing Sword, okay. So the Laughing Sword is all the way to the east, to the southeast. I'll go back and talk to him and see if that gives us any info. So, an announcement, right? An announcement for the supersized episode, because I do have an announcement coming up. So, essentially, what I want to do, what I've been wanting to do for a while now, is make a installation guide for people who are just trying to get Daggerfall, play Daggerfall in 2020 with mods. Basically, an installation guide, you know, step by step on how to install Daggerfall Unity, plus all the mods that you'd ever want to install, in a more in-depth fashion than most guides are on with YouTube right now. Most like YouTube Daggerfall Unity guides are pretty basic. They don't give you the details on mods. And I know that I don't find it that hard to actually install Daggerfall Unity with mods, but I get questions all the time. How do I install Daggerfall? How do I install Daggerfall Unity mods? I'm constantly getting DM'd, or there's someone leaving a comment on it. Or we'll continue this conversation after I find this person who gave us the quest. Okay, sir. What's going on with your master? This is a new quest, is it not? Forgive my inattentiveness, Nord. I simply could not sleep well last night. Some imbecile started an argument with me regarding my ancestors, and I could not let it go. Our shouting led to yelling and then to screaming, and I still carry the burden with me. Perhaps you could at least bring some comeuppance on my part. Would you be willing to show this fool a little humility through the percussive medium? The percussive medium? Percussive, what does that word mean? Hold on. Percussive meaning. Let's find out. Persuasion, that's what I figured. That problem with persuasion, not that good at persuasion. My personality isn't that strong, but I can enhance my charisma, can I not? So maybe that could help me out. Let's try using the enhanced charisma to succeed this. Well, I thank you for accepting. I suppose I have a book I could give you for doing this. Find the fool in the Morstan residence, likely dreaming of who to start a fight with next. All I ask is that you bring me a word of remorse on my foe's part, and I will save us now. Do not go beyond that. I will not have blood on my hands this day. Please return by tomorrow with good news. Okay. Let's go try and do this quest. And we'll put on our charisma enhanced armor and see if that helps us succeed here. I need to get some general info about the Morstan residence. Okay, it was marked right away. Very nice. Where is it? It's down to the southwest. Right, so back to the installation video. So the deal with the installation video is, like I said, I got questions about it all the time. I figured I'm just going to make a comprehensive video where I basically just go through how to successfully install every mod I have and give info about all the mods, just go as in-depth as possible so that anytime anyone ever asks me about this, I can redirect them to the video, or if anyone else, you know, hopefully it will be a good enough video that perhaps the, you know, creators of Unity can just direct people to it if they need more in-depth help on modding, because there are guides on the forums, but I know some people are just lazy and they don't do the reading and they just want to know how to do everything step by step without having it mess up. There's also a lot of stuff about compatibility you have to read about. You know, to get all the mods and make sure that they work, I had to do a significant bit of reading, and I want to help people out who don't have a dedication I do to get Daggerfall working and just want to play the game. So that video, okay, so hold on. Okay, we do have luck at 1,000, even though we don't have our luck in hand, or, oh, wait a minute. Well, we need to enhance this personality, not luck, right? So let's put this on. So now we should have personality enhanced. Now let's see if we can talk to this person. Let's see. Is this the person? Why is there just a person standing here? Wait, is that like a person we have to pacify? Is that the deal? Like we have to use our language ability to pacify this person? Is that what the quest is? Because they do seem pacified to me. I mean, how do I switch to dialogue mode? Hold on here. Controls. Where's talk mode? Talk mode's F4. Okay. Okay. Not helping. They seem pacified. I mean, they're not harming me, so not sure if that's what you wanted, or do you have to cast a spell on them? I mean, what? I think that is the person, right? It's not one of these other NPCs in this house, right? It's not you, is it? No? Okay. And there's no one in here. Well, alright, interesting. And I'm not meant to kill them, so I lost track of where they actually are now. Here they are, right? Wait a minute, I didn't want to rest. Oh, right, because I have the clickable beds module on with role-playing realism. I never actually use that. Okay, well, let's see if we completed the quest by any chance. I don't think we did, but perhaps we did. Straight to the northeast here. Yeah, so as I was saying, I just think there are a good amount of people who, you know, may not have the passion about Daggerfall that I do to actually go through the forums and read everything. So I would like to be able to give people the chance to play this game in any capacity, you know, that they want, whether they want the vanilla experience, whether they want, you know, to be fully modded, and hopefully I can make a guide that will succeed at getting that info out there. So that is sort of what I'm going to be doing, partially in celebration of 50 episodes. I don't know when it will come out, probably like at least a week. It won't come out for at least a week, I can say that for sure. Let's see if we completed this quest. Because I'm just waiting for some stuff to cool down where I am in terms of just work I have to do. But once I have time, I will definitely be making that. Finish this matter and tell me of it afterwards. Okay, so apparently we haven't finished it. Well, I'm sorry, my friend, but I tried to talk to this person, and, I don't know, we're just sitting there passively. I don't... Ooh, did I run someone over? Okay, good. I hit shift for a second there. And the night is setting, and, you know, you're just a random person. I can't care that much about your quest here, so it's becoming tiresome to actually try and complete this now. So I might just have to leave your quest and fail it, sir. So we'll try once more to talk to this person. Unfortunately, the other quest that we got that was more interesting than this one didn't seem to pan out in any direction. We just sort of got put into a trap and had to fight someone, but that was pretty much the end of that. Is the quest still in our log here? No, it's not even still in the log, so I assume that was pretty much just the quest. Unless we missed something and we killed that person too fast, but I don't know. When I see enemy attacking me, I think kill. I mean, we can save the game and try and fight this guy. Let's see what happens here. Well, here we go. Now Bitter Wixley hires bullies to torture me. Fine then, I take it back. Leave me alone, out with you. Oh, maybe I have to pacify him now. Like, now I have to use dialogue to pacify him? Hey, can I pacify you? You be pacified, sir? Just gonna go ahead and heal myself while you dance around there. I don't know how to... It's just saying you see a bard. Not really helping much to try and talk to you. Controls. Is there a pacify? I think talk mode is what would pacify this person. Well, I wonder if I stand around here long enough that, like, a stat check will let me pacify this individual. I think maybe not, since our, you know... I assume it would be etiquette that would pacify this person. And if anything was highest in terms of our language skills, it would be etiquette, I would think. Let's see, can I use something on you? I mean... Calm? Is there a calm spell? I'm sure there is, I don't have it though. A pacify spell? That could be a solution, right? But I don't have that spell. And I haven't gotten this person to apologize yet. I'm tempted to just kill them and leave and fail this quest on purpose. I don't usually fail quests, but this seems like one that's a little bit involved, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe, I mean, you know what, the things I do for random NPCs, we can go to the Mage's Guild, I guess, and see if we can get a pacify spell and see if that would solve our problem. Or I wonder if we walk back in here if they'll be pacified. Or if they will have disappeared. Let's see. Where have you gone? Have they just disappeared? Ah, they're back here now. What if I hit them again? Okay. I wonder if that worked. If that triggered anything. I'm not sure if that will have succeeded. Let's head back, see if it succeeded. If not, we'll try the pacify spell once more. Although I think maybe since they reset, our chance was gone. So I don't know. We'll see what he says. Maybe we just fail the quest here. Regardless, I suppose since we don't have anything more to do, we should just oh, this isn't the Mage's Guild. The Mage's Guild will be on the other side of town. Okay. That's the temple. I was thinking that was the Mage's Guild when I was looking at my map, but it's not. We can head back and return our quest. I think it's in Sentinel. This is a Wayrest run right now, I believe. Let's see if it succeeded. It worked. All I had to do was beat him. There wasn't even any dialogue option that came up and said, you know, oh, I apologize. He just sort of slapped me a bunch and I took it and healed myself and then left. What satisfaction this brings me to think that a simple beating could solve my problem. Thank you, Nord. Here's the book I promised. May it serve you well. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and head back to Wayrest now. Or Sentinel. We're in Wayrest. Let's head back to Sentinel and return this quest that we did for the main quest last time. Okay, so let's head to Sentinel, but before we do that, we want to obviously put on our before resting outfit so that we don't have any of our enchantments up so they can't degrade. Again, I don't know why I still have this enchantment on. Like, it still looks like I have the enchantment on. So, I guess I should just equip and then, like, take it off just to make sure that, you know, it's not going to glitch out on me. Just going to do this with all of my enchanted items. I don't know if that fixed it. Personality and luck still on, so let me equip this and take it off real quick. And then, where's my luck? Do that real quick. Okay, let's see. Alright, hopefully that makes sure that nothing degrades. Like, again, that's just a precautionary measure. Don't know for sure if that makes a difference, but let's head to Sentinel. We're going to take a boat here, because it's much faster. Interestingly, there's no trip cost. I think maybe that's something we got with the Knights of the Dragon or something. Like, that's a benefit of being a high rank, that you don't have to pay for boats. I think maybe that's why it doesn't cost anything, but I've sort of forgotten. Anyways, let's head to Sentinel. And here we are at Sentinel. Look at that starry night sky and the nice landscape out here. It's a little bit dark, but that's, of course, because it's 2 a.m. Let's actually... We don't want to rest, obviously, in the town. It's illegal, but if we're able to leave the region, and then we can just rest in the wilderness, we need to rest anyway to get our mana back up. Let's see. Oh, I cast Light the Way instead of Restoration. Nice, okay. Well, let's rest right here. And an enemy spawns immediately. Nice. Holy shit. Oh, that kind of hurt as well. It's not the best enemy to spawn from a... Oh my... There's an army. So it's literally a whole army. And I have no mana to even heal back up if he hits me hard. Luckily, I'm very strong, so... Now, the reason I'm losing so much HP doing this is actually because... I'm going to throw all this in my wagon here. Because I have to take stuff off to rest, which is the dilemma of taking stuff off to rest, right? If something spawns, I have to put it all back on before I can fight it. Okay, I spawn back in here. Hello, guys. Now, I might as well just put on... I guess the dilemma is solved by the fact that I can just go ahead and load up my combat clothing stuff real quick. And go after these guys. That put everything on, right? Yes, it did. Take these centaurs out, and then we're gonna dump all this. Well, I guess we'll... Damn, look, it's like glitched out. I need to re-equip everything to get my enchantments back up. How annoying. Okay, the enchantments are back up. Just gonna take all this stuff and put it in my wagon ultimately here. You know what I'd like to do one day is actually read some of the Daggerfall books, because I never ever read. And I've never really read them, or I don't really read them very often. And someone, you know, actually sat down and wrote those books. I mean, I imagine they're not very good, but it'd be a fun thing to do sometime. Okay, dump all our ingredients into the wagon. And let's head back up to the Castle of Sentinel and return this quest. And that ocean really does look at that island out there. I kind of want to go out there. Just see if there's anything on there. Is that just like a random landmass, or is that actually, is there something actually on there? Let's actually go check that out. Ooh, don't want to run over people, so I'm going to just start trotting now. We'll go back out and check that island out after I return this quest. That would be something fun to do. A page calls out to you and absent-mindedly hands you a parchment. Cool. Let's see what that is. Another Cartographer's Guild quest. Very nice. Your assignment this time is to chart the Coven on the Bluff. That's in Daggerfall. Please see me if you need directions. In Daggerfall? Well, I mean, we need to go back to Daggerfall eventually to sell all of our Daedric goods, you know, do some enchanting, do some logistical things, so that actually might be a good opportunity to head back to Daggerfall. So maybe we'll do that after we return this quest and go check out that island-looking area. And like I said before, this castle looks poppin', honestly. I mean, it looks really nice. It's exactly what I'd expect, you know, desert castle to look like. Really like it. Now let's go return this quest. Actually save the game before we go in here in case something crashes, because we know Daggerfall is prone to do that, especially with, you know, the 30 or so mods I have installed at this point. Okay, here we are. You're friendly again? Okay, good, good, good. We got to go to Queen Akarithi to return the quest, which she's going to be back here. We didn't even have to actually go to where her chambers are last time, so I don't know where her chambers are still exactly. I know we went there once before in an episode long ago when we did the quest for Prince, whatever his name is, the Prince of Sentinel. Forgot what his name was. I think she's up here. Let's find out. I think this is her in here. Here she is, yeah. That's her right there. Save the game. Actually, maybe we did come here into this chamber last time. I think we might have. I think we might have actually come to this chamber. But regardless, let's return the quest. Here's your 842 gold, Titian. Thank you very much. Did you attempt to use the painting? No, we actually did not. Excellent. Its properties are inappropriate for those not of royal blood. You've shown yourself to be not only loyal, but also obedient. Very nice. So, I guess... Well, actually, it might be cool to see what was actually on the painting. Inspect it. Let's actually save the game right here. And what we'll do is we'll load an earlier save painting just out of curiosity, just to see what's on it. So we'll load right here before we actually went and talked to her. And the game crashed, so I'm going to have to pause it and reload. Okay, the game crashed there briefly, but I was able to reload back to this save, and the reason we did this was to go look at what's on the painting, just out of interest. If we can inspect it, let's see. Can we use it? The scene in the painting shifts and twists. You can see clearly the inside of a tent. Several men in the livery of Wayrest are intensely debating with a man bearing the coat of arms of Daggerfall. One of the Wayrest men slips behind the Daggerfall man, draws a dagger, and casually slides it between his ribs. The image fades as the life ebbs from his body. That's interesting. So it seems like maybe someone in Wayrest betrayed or attacked. They're warring with Daggerfall in some way, and Queen Akarithi wanted to cover it up. So we sort of helped her cover it up. Not sure how I feel about that. We'll load this save now. So that is actually kind of interesting. There seems to be some sort of conspiratorial plot. You know, that's one of the things I love a lot about Daggerfall is I feel like the main quest plot line is like this political web of just mischief and mayhem. You know, it's not like you're, you know, some... I mean, it's fun, you know, obviously in the later Elder Scrolls games, you're sort of this epic hero that's going out to do things, but in this game, you're, you know, do fantasy type things. But in this game, it's almost like a political game in the way that the factions are warring. It feels like I'm in a Game of Thrones-esque environment, which is, it's a sort of fantasy that interests me a lot, so that's definitely one of the parts of this game that I do really appreciate a lot. Let's go ahead and go to that island I was speaking about. Again, I don't know if it's an island, if it's a landmass. I think, I'm trying to remember which way we came from to actually see it. This is obviously hills on this side, so I imagine it'd be... which entrance did we come in? I think we probably came in from, like, behind the castle, like over this direction. Let's see if this brings us to an exit. You know, if we can't find it, we can just levitate, I guess, and look for it. With distant terrain, we can see pretty far away. And there's actually another big event I wanted to talk about. Not necessarily related to a Let's Play. So let's go ahead and see. This doesn't seem like the right area, but let's see if we... Okay, it's locked. We obviously came through some doors, so we gotta look for those doors. As I said, I was recording this over... I've been recording this episode over multiple days, because I haven't had time to record it all at once. This could be the doors right here. Let's see. And in between the days that I've been recording this, some big events have happened for me in real life. Just some... Oh, yep. That's the landmass right there. So let's go ahead and trot that direction. Let's try and... We'll start sprinting on our horse once we get clearly out of the way of civilians. Obviously, I don't want to run anyone over. Let's see if there's anything over on this island here. And I can tell you all about what happened to me in real life in between the days I've been recording this, because some stuff has gone down, some pretty crazy stuff. So as I mentioned, I think in an earlier episode, or perhaps you're hearing this for the first time, I am a college student, so I go to college, and my college recently essentially shut down because of the coronavirus. Which, if you all live in the United States or worldwide, you should, of course, probably know what that is by now. It's spreading in many, many countries. It's happened a lot in the United States. Now, no one at our college actually has coronavirus, but essentially, spring break is coming up, and they're anticipating people coming back from spring break and spreading it across campus. So they've decided to just entirely shut down the semester, and, well, they're not shutting it down because they're going to switch us. A strange present overwhelms you, almost as if you're being watched. Proceed with caution, yes. Now this is Warm Ashes Wilderness Encounters, which is broken in our game, so that won't do anything. This is another Warm Ashes encounter that, again, won't do anything. Oh, wait a minute. It worked. Hold on. Who's this? Why is this person standing here? Oh, I should have read it. My bad. I thought the Wilderness Encounters was broken. Alright, hold on. Well, I believe this is the one where a knight basically says that he's old and sick, but he wants to die with valor, so he wants to fight someone to the death before he dies. So we're going to fight this knight, basically. Let's see. As you strike him down, the knight takes their final breath. With a smile, they pass on to the afterlife. So basically they say that the prompt is I've seen it before. I don't know if we've seen it in the playthrough. Like, I want to die with valor before I pass. I'm very old, I'm injured. Can you give me one final fight? Which is a pretty cool encounter. Anyway, so as I was saying, even though no one has the virus on our campus, my college and a lot of colleges have decided to move classes online and instruct all students to return home. So that means I will no longer be on campus. I'll still be taking classes, but they'll be online for the rest of the semester. Which, there's a lot of negative things about that, for sure. Especially, one of the big things is taking online classes isn't nearly as rewarding or interesting as doing them in person. It's a bad situation for everyone involved, especially people who, can't go home or don't have good internet, where they live, or, are in bad situations at home and, go to college sort of as a refuge. But for me, it will definitely, from an educational standpoint, be unfortunate. One nice thing with regards to the channel is, since I'm going to be at home, I'm going to have a lot more time to basically record videos and things like that, do stuff for the channel, which should be fun. Of course, because we're moving to online classes, even though I'll still have work to do, I'll be at home. The teachers are probably going to make the work a lot less rigorous. It's going to be a lot less challenging. And that's just purely because you can't really expect students to do their best work given the circumstances of everything going on, and given the fact that you're depriving them of a lot of resources by not being allowed to be on campus. So I'm going to have some time on my hands to do things. So that hopefully means much more frequent uploads of this. So that's, one silver lining to come out of what's a very bad situation in general. But I hope that for all of you watching, wherever you are, that you're staying safe and protecting yourselves from this, although it doesn't seem that it's going to be that dangerous for most people. Certainly very vulnerable people certainly could be harmed a lot by this. So stay safe wherever you are, and I hope that we can enjoy things like Daggerfall, fantasy games, to escape some of the bad things going on in real life. That's one of the things I like about role-playing games. You sort of get immersed into another world, and you don't have to think about what's going on in your actual world, which, sometimes can be unhealthy, but a little bit of it is not bad. So I thought I would just catch you all up on that. I thought of waiting till next episode, because this seems like the sort of thing I'd say at the start of an episode, just an update. But I'm recording this over multiple days, and now I wanted to run to this island to see what's going on over here. So I thought it might be something to talk about as we walk, so you're not just bored watching me sprint. And looks like there's another distant island over there. It's got some sort of rock formation. This is quite far away so far. It seems quite far. Hopefully we'll get there. The graphics are like glitching out over there in the distance, if you can see. But water walking lasts so long that I'm not even sure if we'll have to recast it before we get there. Would be really cool if we got a sky shard that was placed on here, on one of these islands. That would be a good place for a sky shard, I think. Actually, with regards to the sky shard mod, I think, all the sky shards we found so far have seemed to be placed intentionally. So I think the mod author shows where to put them. That's what I imagine, but I could see it being possible that he put some randomly spread throughout the wilderness, although that wouldn't make much sense because most people aren't randomly going through the wilderness really for any reason in this game. I suppose, you know, if you're using tedious travels, then there's you know, a good chance that you may run into things randomly, but even then, because the wilderness is so massive, the chances of you running upon a randomly placed sky shard are very low. Unlike, you know, wow, this is kind of far away. Are we actually gonna get here? Is this just a mirage? Hold on, I gotta recast water walking so that we don't start sinking here. And hopefully we're actually going to get here. I mean, I feel like we've been going for a long time. It doesn't even look like that we're that far away here. Even though it feels like we've been going forever. And I have a feeling we're not going to find anything on here, but it will have been cool just to have gone on a journey, right? And what else is going on for me to talk about? I mean, so obviously all that stuff going on in real life is crazy. I thought I'd just update you all on that because it's interesting what's going on here. The rest of Daggerfall Unity, I think that we're 2 builds. I think we're 2 builds now that we have to update. So I'm on 0.10.19. I think we're on 0.10.21. There haven't been too many major changes, but I do want to update those soon. In addition to, as I talked about earlier in the episode, that'll be a good opportunity to record the installation video as well. Will we actually make it to this island? It looked so close, but in fact, it seems so far away. I can't even use my map here. I think this is an island, not just another part of Sentinel, right? Another region. Surely not. I hope this isn't like some sort of graphical glitch and we're actually getting somewhere here. There does seem to be something there. That looks kind of interesting. Kind of want to go there, but it's so far away, but I'm not sure. So we'll just keep sprinting. We'll look back here. That where we came from seems closer than where we're going here, which is a little bit discouraging. So what plans? What else can we talk about? What plans do we have for the rest of the Let's Play as things are going? Well, at some point, obviously, I want to finish the main quest. I figure that the very end of the main quest is something we should do when we end a Let's Play, as sort of a send-off. But until then, interspersing little pieces of the main quest throughout doing faction quests, ranking up in factions, stuff like that will be good. That's another reason we actually need to go back to Daggerfall, is because we have guilds that we're certainly qualified for the next rank for, because we've waited, you know, the 30-day period by now, and if we go back to Daggerfall, we should actually be able to rank up. And I think we'll get a house for the Knights of the Dragon once we get the max rank, which we have enough reputation and skill for. It could be partially because we're fatigued here. We have like no energy. I don't know if that could slow us. It feels like it's actually getting a little bit closer. Like I can see the shore here. Water walking again. It's our last water walking spell, so we better make it there soon. You drop to the ground completely exhausted and awaken 1 hour later. Oh crap. Alright, hold on. Save the game. 591. And we'll do our enchanted items here real quick. I'm just going to do it by manually. And let's see if we can actually rest. I can't sleep now. I can't sleep in the water. Oh boy. This could have been a mistake, boys. Do I have any more to cast water walking? Or... Okay. Our fatigue is very low and we need energy to make it to the end. Let's save the game here because we've made it so far, in case something happens. Oh, it feels so close. It really does. Can I sleep now? Oh, no, I can't. I can't sleep while I'm on the water, I guess. It's just not possible. Where are we, actually? Will the travel map even show where we are? Not really. Could we be going to this? Oh, okay, we're going to this island right here. So this actually is an island, I was right. We can try and make it to Boobas Adata. That's an interesting name for a town. Slowly but surely, we're going to make it to this place. Now, we could have easily just traveled on the travel map. But we're going to make it. And that island over there is probably, let's see. That island there, it's most likely this region right here. Okay, we might drop to the ground exhausted pretty soon here, or die of exhaustion. So let's just keep trotting along here and hope that doesn't happen. If you see the little red bar in the bottom left, that is of course our energy, and the game will, you know, punish us for continuing to try and sprint here without any energy. But at this point I'm all in. At this point I'm dedicated to making it. And I can almost see the shore. Some of the graphics are loading. I dropped to the ground exhausted, awaken a little bit later. I have enough to cast water walking now. And I think I'm going to have just enough energy to make it to the shore. Just enough to make it to the shore. And then we'll definitely need to get some rest. Yeah, we're actually going to make it. We're actually going to make it. We could even travel to that island before we go back to Daggerfall, just because I want to see what that... You can sort of see, I don't know if you can tell in the recording, but there's a little green-looking structure, like almost a rock formation. And I'm kind of interested to see what it is. Oh, I wonder if we're going to make it, or if we're going to run out of energy here again. Seeing the trees is, you know, definitely a positive thing here. What is this? Are these some, like, rocks I could rest on? Because that would be wonderful. If I could just get a little bit of rest to get some energy back on these rocks right here. This is some land I could just get some respite on. Could I? Can I rest here? I can rest. It's a miracle. Hold on. Save the game. 593. There's enemies nearby. What in the world? I'm sorry, but why am I being chased by 3 centaur? This is just like... This scene makes no sense, right? There's water walking centaurs that have chased me, what, across the ocean? Like, where did these guys come from? Come on, then. I'm trying to rest. You drop to the ground completely exhausted. In the state that you are in, you're easy prey to roaming monsters and never awaken. So we die because of the centaurs. Well, that's just unfortunate. We'll load the game here. Okay, so I reloaded the game after it briefly crashed, and looks like we're gonna have to fight these centaurs again, even though I don't have the energy to really do it, which is a problem. I mean, it's definitely a problem. Too bad we can't rest here till we get rid of them. Only one approaching this time, though. Maybe if I kill this one, I can rest in peace. Let's see. Come on, then. Fight me on land. Okay, I can rest. It's a miracle. There we go. It is now nighttime, and the other centaurs do not seem to be approaching. Let's see. Can I switch to my combat outfit here? Combat clothing. Okay. And... Okay, once again, my enchantments aren't applying without me re-putting everything on, so... Now I have everything back on, so I should be able to take this stuff. It's now 8:51 at night. And cast water walking. And we can continue our journey. We definitely did get some nice rest out here on these rocks. This would be a good place to put a sky shard, by the way, right here on these rocks. Because that'd be a hard one to get, but one that's feasible. I would love to make a Daggerfall Unity mod once I get more programming knowledge, I suppose, is what you need to be able to do it. It actually seems like creating quest mods is not that difficult. Or, I mean, it's difficult, but there's a tutorial on the forums for anyone who's interested and knows some things about modding. So, definitely the fact that it's so accessible to do that is really cool, and hopefully we'll get a lot of cool mods in the future. And it looks like we're finally going to make it to this island purely by travel. Look at that. Conquering Daggerfall. That's the ultimate conquering of Daggerfall, making it across the world without needing to utilize fast travel at all. Beautiful. And we finally make it to shore. And here we are in, what is this place called? I don't even know what this island is called, but there looks to be a, let's see what there is around here. Looks like there's a town to the northwest of where we're standing, and since we've traveled this far, it almost would feel wrong to fast travel to that town. So let's just keep going in that direction and see if we can find anything along the way. I'm very glad we're in the season where these trees are actually coming out, these 3D trees. Obviously not every season has been made yet, and looks like... Is there something? No, I thought that was something, it was just a tree. We're sort of going to have to be rough in our estimate here of where we're going, because it's not going to be entirely clear. Maybe we can find something, but at the end of the day, we can just fast travel if we don't find anything of interest pretty soon here. Because we've just been walking around and talking for a while now. I'm trying to look for any dungeons that we may come across or spot. But the game should actually alert us if we do come across a dungeon. Generally speaking, that's how it works, so... Let's check the travel map again to see if we're making it anywhere right now. If we keep heading to the north, it seems like we'll probably make it somewhere. But... I feel like invested at this point to keep going by foot, even though we could easily just fast travel. But it would be nice to make it by foot and actually arrive somewhere. Oh. My game does lag out a little bit when it's trying to process these nice looking trees. And as I mentioned in an earlier episode, the fact that there's so much just empty space in this game. I mean, look what we're walking through. There's just nothing out here. Imagine what you could fill this with, potentially. This is like an absolute sandbox of a thing. That's why it's so great for modding, I think. And it looks like there's something in that direction. Is that just my imagination, or is there something right up here? I think maybe there's a city up here. I think we may have actually arrived successfully to a city. Ah, yes. I feel very accomplished. We actually made it to Boobas, Adata. The city of Boobas, Adata. Interesting name. And I don't know if the doors are going to be open or closed at this hour. It looks like they're closed, so we'll have to rest out here, or we could just actually go ahead and levitate our way up into the city. Oop. And drop ourselves right back on the ground. I guess there's no way to cancel levitation, so we're kind of stuck in this slow levitating state here. Let's check out the... Oop. Alright, well, being on this horse is just not helpful at the moment. Can I switch my transportation type here? I can't switch my transportation type. Well, that's a problem. Let's take a look at the local map here, see what's going on. Nice layout. We can see a guard, so see this guard walking around at night, so obviously you would never see that. That is an update in the roleplay and realism mod. It's a new module of it. Oh wait, no, not the roleplay and realism mod, excuse me. It's the villager immersion overhaul. So one of the things they've... Holy, why is there a sorcerer on the roof of this house trying to shoot things at me? Excuse me? Excuse me? So yeah, an update to the villager immersion overhaul mod is that they now have guards walking around at night, which makes sense. Basically just patrolling the streets. I haven't seen very many of them. I think that actually might be the first one I recall seeing. I'm gonna take you out. Very rudely interrupting me there. And I can't switch transportation type to actually loot this person. But it looks like Levitate's wearing off soon, thank God. I wonder if we can actually talk to this guard at this hour and get instructions and stuff. That'd be cool if we could. We'll test that out in a second. Okay, so I finally can switch transportation type now, I think. Yeah, foot. So if you levitate on a horse, you can't stop levitating on a horse. Lesson learned. See if we can actually talk to you. I'm going to save the game here. And now that we've made it to Boobas, of course there's no right way to pronounce something like that. Oh, you can talk to him. Where's an inn? Need to stay in an inn for the night. Can you mark any of these? Okay, you marked it. Thank you, sir. I think we'll call it an episode. I was planning on making this one absolutely supersized, and this will be pretty long. But because of everything going on in real life, as I mentioned, there's just a lot of chaos around here, so I don't know when I'll be able to record another one. So I figured out, even if this is shorter than I wanted to make it for the 50th episode, I'd release it anyways, just so that there's something there. And hopefully, I think I should have time to do something soon, but if you don't see some activity for a little bit, you know why. Looks like we found an inn. I don't know if this is the one that was marked, but we can stay in this inn for the night. Next episode, what we're going to do is we're finally going to travel back to Daggerfall, sort things out with our guilds, do the Cartographer's Guild quest, finally settle back to that region that we know so well after our travels here. Maybe we'll do something in Boobas Adata before we leave. Maybe we'll hire this lady for a nice night. We'll see what she has to say. These sort of NPCs often have things for us to do. But thank you everyone again so much for watching. I'm loving the series. Happy 50th episode, and I will see you all in the next one.